when this revelation was organized, in other words, when it was compiled, some people think that it was done during the time of the caliphs. That, for example, in the time of the third caliph, for example, they did, Tawheedul Masahif. They made, one standard copy of the Qur'an, and they said, everything else has to be burnt, etc. But the better opinion that Ayatollah al-Khoie, Rizwanullah Ta'ala alayhi, in his book Al-Bayan, and many other scholars have said, is that when it comes to deciding about verses in each chapter, this was done in the time of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Because some of the chapters were revealed at the same time, but some chapters are very long. They were revealed in different times. As for example, Surah al-Baqarah was not revealed at once. Surah al-Imran was not revealed at once. Did Muslims put these verses together and say, okay, we put these verses together and we call it Surah al-Baqarah, or we call it Surah al-Imran? Was this done at the time of the caliphs, or this was done by Rasulullah's instructions? We believe that it was done by Rasulullah's instructions. And we have lots of evidence for that. First of all, these surahs were known by names in the time of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We have lots of hadiths from the Prophet referring to these surahs, for example, about merits of surahs. If these surahs were not known, how could people understand what does it mean, Surah al-Qadr, for example? And we have historical reports that Rasulullah was saying, ذعوا هذه الآيات في السورة التي يذكر فيها كذا وكذا. Put the verses which, for example, were revealed now in that surah which there is this sentence. So he was saying which surah and which part of the surah. Yes, to have Suratul Hamd, then Suratul Baqarah, then Surah Al-Imran, Surah Nisa, Surah Ma'idah. This maybe was done later, because this is not a very important thing. It's not based on chronological order. And this doesn't affect our understanding. Why? Because we normally don't use the last verses of the previous surah to understand the beginning of the next surah. But inside surahs, connection is very important, because if the ayah before this ayah has nothing to do with this ayah and they are just put together, can misguide us. So we don't say this order is revealed by Allah or decided by the Prophet. This is one option. There could be another option. And that was what Amir al-Mu'mineen's Mus'haf based on, Amir al-Mu'mineen, after the demise of the Prophet, didn't go out except for very necessary things till he compiled all these revelations according to the chronological order. But it was not appreciated. Okay? What is available now is okay. If we had that chronological order together, also it could be amazing. That's how, for example, this was first revealed, then the second. Still, there are some attempts to organize them based on evidence that at least we know Mecca, Medina, then even Mecca, which year. There are some good work. The organization of the verses inside surahs for us are very significant, and we believe that this is decided by Rasulullah under instruction of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And what is also interesting, and this gives us extra conviction, is that all our Imams considered the existing Qur'an as Hujjah. We don't have anything that suggests that this Qur'an is not compiled properly. All the reliable, authentic hadiths suggest that Ahlulbayt were considering the same Qur'an as Hujjah, and even they were saying that whenever you receive a hadith from us, check it against the Qur'an.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad.